Okay guys, so here we are back with the live streaming from the Indian Centre here in Wellington. This game here we're going to concentrate on the Masters 4. So playing the Orange Bowls is the team from Wairarapa, Donald Layton, Robert Fudge, Tina Patrick and John Duncan. And they are playing against the Southland combination, playing in blue. Graham Lowe, Brian Houghton, Warwick Gray and Jan Lowe. Just for those that can't see the results in front of them. At the moment the Wairarapa team's actually leading the field in the Masters 4s. Having gone through 4 games unbeaten. And the Lowe combination, it's quite a tight pack. They're actually sitting third. But there's 4 teams all on 2 wins, so they're ahead on differential, to be fair. And sitting in the second spot in the Masters 4s at the moment is the Counties team, skipped by Brian McDonald. So none of these teams have been on the TV mat yet. So, and looking like a good game. It just sounds like Dave's just finished his run and he's just joined us.
I have just been giving the players their pep talk.
No, brilliant.
Wish them both a good game.
Yep.
And told them to keep their bums out of the camera.
Right.
What am I doing here, Joy?
Right, just drawn to the back. So, Tina will be just looking to try and draw. Everyone seems to be finding the line pretty easy. I think the Hall for the best part. Yeah, very good bowl here. Yep, great bowl. For the most part, the floor has got quite a nice draw. I think which makes it easier for people to actually find the line quicker on this mat. So, the Masters events, obviously we play 8 ends, 45 minutes again. Warwick just missing the speed there. Now, Robert here obviously used to be more of a local boy. Used to play for Upper Hutt, just down the road. He's been in Wairarapa for a couple of years now. Yeah, great bowl as well. That's a great first bowl to come up. Yeah, he'd be happy with that. So, obviously he's still feeling a bit cold. He's got his jacket on, so that actually might even be an Upper Hutt jacket that he's wearing.
Well, hello, Michael. I'm back.
Good.
Enjoy lunch.
Lunch was good.
Mm.
Yeah, plenty of it, which is great. Thanks to the ladies in the kitchen and all those who have helped out. Obviously, again, a big thank you, not just to the Matside crew and that, but everyone that's come along and marked the singles. You know, it's a wet and windy, typical Wellington day.
Pretty miserable, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, we don't actually see this much rain down in the South Island. And
nor us in the valley.
Yeah. The Brian Houghton just looking to just draw around, get a little bit of cover. So all quite experienced players. I mean,
oh yes,
yeah, been in nationals and things before. And Donald's just go look at try and get a little bit of promotion on that orange. Probably have to play a little bit of speed through it because it's going to come off the other blue. Sorry, Dave, you were going to say something.
No, it's all right. I'm picking we'll have Southland people watching this. We had quite a few yesterday. Always avid watchers of Matside.
Oh, he's not far away.
Wow, it was close.
I actually thought he had missed it and actually caught the back of the blue.
Yeah, no, a lot of mileage done between these two skips.
So Graham Lowe, Enslow B president. Plan. This looks like he's left a little bit in the tank. Might just be enough to...
Same weight as your last one on the blue.
Yeah, thank you. I like a third that gives nice clear instructions.
Yes.
Yeah. So... He just pushed it. Just pushed it.
One that got away.
Yep.
Tapped his head. Might have said something internally there to himself.
It's taken 6 minutes to play this in. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Graham Lowe, that's a great effort to draw a second shot.
One. That could be. No. Measures.
Yeah, but still his measure. Yeah, but still his measure, yep. So Brian was just indicating that obviously with the flights and things that nowadays can't bring measures. That's probably really no excuse. I couldn't bring measures, but I organised to have some in the hall. So in the game of indoor bowls, it's the team that has last bowl is required to do the measure.
2, I think, was the call.
Yep, 2. So,
Right, that all looked good, Joy. 2, 0, 1 of 8. Colours right.
No.
Yep. All right, and we've got a 1 to 5 game after this, Michael, you think?
yeah, we go line up local boy from the Hutt Valley, Zach.
Who medalled gold medal yesterday.
And we may see a return of Sparkles,
Sparkles, Matthew Spargo from Tauranga.
who's sitting in second spot at the moment.
Okay.
Obviously, they both got a game to play, so that may change depending on who or the outcome of these games.
Yep.
And the last round is obviously yet to be decided.
Yep.
Probably shaping up to be like maybe back to the championship singles.
Yep.
It's getting quite tight. And that Bruce Meyer has obviously got his nose in front. He's playing Nathan Trowell at the moment. Joseph Zeno, even after losing that game, is still sitting in second spot. And Neil Gilbert from North Otago is just holding on to third. So a lot of games still to be played before we get to that last round. So these players here, I mean, I think it's only fair I could talk a little bit more about the Southland team. And you probably would know a little bit more about Wairarapa.
Possible. Yep.
Cool. So Warwick's obviously been pulled into the team. I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, Clifford.
Clifford was unable to get here. Just through ill health. So luckily for the Southland team, they managed to get Warwick, smuggle them on the plane, and with the rules of the event, can't have played in the event before this to become a replacement. So Brian Houghton, Sorry, I thought something was going wrong. I could hear this crackling sound. I thought, I'm having a moment. I'm looking around. It's just Joy opening something.
The hand warmers.
Oh, the hand warmers are cracking them
It's
open.
getting cool.
It is getting quite cold. To be fair, I've been sitting there with my hands in my jumper the whole time.
She's got them out
Yeah, no.
playing on the machines.
I don't have to touch any buttons, so I'm quite safe here. So Brian's obviously been a past member of the South Island team.
Yes.
He'll be won the Masters singles. Don't ask me what year, but definitely a past winner of the Masters singles. Had a regular performer in the Masters Southern team at the National Week.
So interestingly, and you might know this, but interestingly, Warwick is a pretty regular member of the Low Family Fours team.
Mm-hmm.
And Brian often plays with Suzanne Mackey.
Yep.
I'm not sure if Suzanne Mackey's eligible or not, but it was interesting that
You never ask a lady her age, David, so
I
if
know.
she's not here, we'll assume that she's not.
let's assume she's not. But it's interesting that that he didn't play in this team. He's coming as a reserve, but he often plays with Graham a lot, right? With like the standard Low Family Fours is Gary, Graham, Mum, and Warwick.
Okay, I can see where we're going with.
Oh, I'm just saying it's
Yep.
unusual for Brian to be playing with
Oh.
them instead of Warwick in the first place.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's quite simple maths.
Yes.
Warwick's not long turned 60.
She's only recently eligible.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't play in it.
And remember, these guys have been going 3 years in a row.
Yes, so they're
As a
defending.
combination. Yep. So there's your answer.
Well, there you go. I know now.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That explains it.
He may have been eligible last year.
But they were defending.
Yep. Yep. Actually, Warwick played in the Masters singles at the Nationals last year. And elected this year to play in the Open.
Yep.
And when asked why, he said the Masters was too hard.
Yeah.
He didn't qualify in the Masters, and then he went through and qualified in the Open this
Yes.
year, so he proved his point. And I thought that was actually quite good.
Yeah,
I like that.
It's an interesting point. Yeah. What do you think?
I actually think he was just way happier to take on Gary instead of Graham. That's his reasoning.
The Masters is... Oh, hang on. We've got a stand up here.
Right.
Goodness.
Now, I'm not sure if it's because of the speed or whether it's just because of the delivery.
It's speed.
Tell you what, is he... Oh, yeah. Why would there still be one blow?
One. Still only one.
Yep. I think he actually just got a little bit too flush. He might have been looking more on the outer to come across. That's right.
I think somebody, and this is somebody who's facing this transition themselves here, because I'm eligible next year.
All right. Oh, what have we got going on here now?
Heaters.
That's heaters going on.
Yay. This is good news.
But that's not good news for my ears.
No. Okay.
It's
Bit
a
of feedback.
horrible noise.
That's the striker thing, tick, 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 to try and
Yeah.
get it going.
Yeah. To get the gas.
Yep, so a lot of people play and continue to play in the Open even though they're eligible for the Masters, because the Masters can be unorthodox, you could say.
Yep.
And I don't know, I can't say unorthodox in the way I'm trying to explain, but in the Open you'll play someone a lot more orthodox. The Masters is a little bit like when you're playing juniors and there's no fear and they you know, they're just happy to play.
Yeah.
The Open, there's a lot more tension, a lot more orthodox players. So then when people transition into the Masters, they struggle a bit. I remember a couple of years ago, you know, top line bowler John Zitterstein didn't get his entry into the Open for some reason, and it was a mix-up, but he managed to get a wild card into
Because it was just never put on.
Yeah, just because I think there was an issue with North Taranaki at the time putting them in, or he didn't put it in. And so he ended up getting a wild card into the Masters and didn't qualify.
Yep.
And within, you know, a year or two earlier had won an Open title.
Yep.
So that transition it's not a given that going into the Masters is easier. A lot of people struggle with it. And Warwick's taken that path where he's going, oh, well, you know, I know Boothby just plays in the Open.
Yep.
I think he's obviously got that hankering for that fifth title too, which is always there, but he seems to be someone that's always going to stay in the Open as long as he can.
Yeah. Oh, look, I think it's generally there are people out there that just don't like the concept of the Masters. I mean, I'll be quite point about it. I don't hide the fact that that's what people think. I, for one, think it's amazing, the Masters. There is probably now almost as many playing in the Masters as the Open. And a lot of them probably wouldn't play the Nationals if they were having to play against those so-called orthodox players.
Yep.
And it's amazing, like, probably to help your point, is probably some of what you would say better resumed bowlers haven't actually gone on and won the Masters singles or the Masters pairs. You know, national gold star title holder Nigel Wants. You know, you would just look at that guy and think, well, he's going to dominate when he plays in those.
Yep.
But no, it doesn't quite transition. I mean, yes, he's won a couple. But he's not at the pointy end of the competition every year, every time. You know, Brian Hotton's another one, he'll play the singles, but then a lot of people depend on who they're playing with. Will only play in the Masters, well, maybe the singles and pairs, and because their team will end up playing in the Open. Yeah, it's a weird one, and then you get other ones that I think it's an interesting point that people say they think there shouldn't be a Masters event because it's now made the Open harder. Which shouldn't it be what it is?
You should never make it an excuse for a better competition.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's just
because you do know if you qualify at the Nationals, you've earned it, right?
Yeah.
There's no gift, 2 or 3, you know, easy wins. You know, you've really got to earn your spot to make it to post section. That's an achievement in itself now.
I mean, you can go to the Nationals, and just as an example, you could play for New Zealand and show up to the Nationals, not qualify in pairs, triples, and fours. You know, and it's just that's what it is.
Good bowl there, Graham Lowe.
I think, yeah. I mean, early days, I don't know if I was that excited about Masters, but I can now see.
It's got its place, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
And
it's been successful. There's no
but
doubt
also a lot of
about
the
it.
districts, like the local districts,
It's
support
close
the
here, Don.
Masters.
He's played it. A little bit unlucky.
Like you see, like some Northland this year, huge entry from
Yes.
in the Masters.
Yep.
That's great. Yeah. So anyway, but I'm not sure where we were at the
No
start
idea.
of that. So
Lost
no.
our thoughts there.
No. So Graham just looking to draw again. Green looks good.
Terrific.
Speed's pretty handy. Yeah, he's down to it.
Yes, that's a great bowl. 3 shots sitting here, I think.
Come on,
Not
Donald.
much there for Don.
Just going to be on the draw again. I think maybe you could probably afford to reach a little bit. It's not a bad line. How's it speed?
Just got the run. Jeez, it was a lovely line. 3.
Okay. So I believe we've gone back to just the results in this, that the Wairarapa team's actually on 4 wins. So no matter what happens in this game, at worst they'll only be still first or second.
Mm-hmm.
The only team that can...
So they're currently in front, Wairarapa, aren't
Yeah, yeah.
they? Okay.
Counties is in second. We did go through this when you were shuffling the people around.
Yes. Well,
So they beat Counties in the last game to be sitting, first, and Counties second.
Yeah.
And then, Southlands, there's about 5 teams on 2 wins.
Yep.
Sitting further back. Nice bowl.
So depending what happens in the next round or 2 will determine on what's going to be on the stream. We haven't closed out thoughts on the last round in particular.
No. And maybe a bit like yesterday, we might have to pull that second mat across.
Yeah. Keep an eye on it.
Yeah. So, and those that may be wondering, we mentioned earlier that, probably looking at Zach and Sparkles, Matthew Spargo again in the next game. For anyone that's thinking, well, we've already had him on the mat, we obviously changed the mats in and out.
Yep.
So the mat itself can have a slightly different speed, different texture.
Yep.
Generally, because the floor is playing so well, you still go have nice draw lines.
And the room is warming up again, courtesy of the heaters, so that might have another impact.
Well, it wasn't long. They should have had the heaters on at lunchtime, to be fair. I'll have a word with the control and body later on. So, yeah, just dropping a wee bit short. Tina, it's
Probably an end that Wairarapa will be looking to secure here. Wairarapa, for those that don't know, and I could be one of them, but Wairarapa is different to Wairarapa Bush. So Wairarapa Bush is at the top end, or the sort of Manawatu end of the country, where Wairarapa is more the Wellington end. Is that right? There's 2 different centres there, Wairarapa Bush and Wairarapa. So
Bush Rohini.
Bush Rohini.
yeah, well, we call it the Bush Rohini, yeah.
Dave,
You really had me lost. I'm thinking, so we have Bush
it's
Rohini.
Bush Rohini or it's Wairarapa.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, not
So-
the same thing.
So
and they're neighbours.
so the rugby team is called Wairarapa Bush.
Yeah,
Is that a combined of the 2? Bush Rohini and Wairarapa?
it could be.
But we're playing bowls, not rugby, Dave.
I think you just need to kick this one to touch and move on.
That's a good rugby analogy there, Michael. Just trying to bring some people from that side of the country into the conversation.
Yeah.
Well, who we do have online
Yes.
is Leanne Lewis.
Oh, that's a new name.
Yep, and she's from Queensland, Australia, and she's been watching and is amazed at the accuracy of the players.
Wow.
She obviously wasn't watching yesterday.
When you were playing.
Yeah.
Well, welcome, Leanne,
Yeah.
to the coverage. This game, I don't know if you play indoor bowls or not, but this game is played in Australia on a slightly heavier, or not, I wouldn't say slightly, significantly heavier mat, but same format, and they're just as accurate over there. Queensland has a pretty good record too in it.
Yeah. It's quite interesting. You said earlier about with the YouTube and things, and getting more viewers now to
Yep.
actually find out how, Leanne was it?
Leanne,
Like how she
Leanne
stumbled
Lewis.
across the channel, whether she is actually a bowler that's just been searching up indoor bowls, or whether she's from outdoor circles.
Yeah,
or,
let us know, Leanne,
yeah,
what
please.
your interest is. You just stumbled across this, or you know somebody, or
Bad luck.
you maybe just saw bowls and had a look. So,
Yeah, she might be.
nevertheless, great to have you on board.
Yeah. So Robert was just trying to obviously create some angles and push through some oranges there, and he just happened to chip and run off the head.
I know there's a guy was in the Australian squad, was either in the squad or reserve, called Max Evans, and he did a bit of time commentating for us when we were in Ballarat, and he was from Queensland.
Right.
He wants to try and get around. He's not going to quite make it.
It's sort of a unusual head because the front orange doesn't really help them much, and it's almost whether it's worth having a fly at the last blue split.
It's a bit of a two-shot go, really. Pop one with your first, and then pop your second for 3 or 4.
Exactly where Robert sort of pointed,
Yep.
like run quick through here, because worst case scenario, even if you just clear those blues out of the
Yep.
way, you might
And
give yourself.
you're not going to do it in one shot. So leaving it for your last is too late. So I'm in agreement with you here.
Yeah, the orange could fly off the head pretty quick.
He can only be in trouble if he's narrow.
Yeah.
He's not narrow.
I'll tell you what, this.
Probably a little bit light on weight, if anything.
Yeah, they might set that orange that was sort of sitting in front of the shot blue on a different angle that the blue may be able to come off, but Graham's just going to look to change hands and try and draw to the corner of the square. Let's get this round that. Just caught up. I'm still looking at
Yeah,
that.
he still likes that split.
I think it's more the speed that he's just trying to get that orange to come off the blue and sit to the front of the square.
It's going to be close.
Yeah, this is going to be close.
Very close. And fall down, it just needed to drop. One blue.
Yeah. 7-0, played 4. Just over 16 minutes remaining of the game. Slightly shorter jack here. Jan just drawing pass. Obviously, Jan has multiple titles to her name as well.
More titles than royal family.
Yeah. Probably it's one of the more well-known families around the bowl circuit, isn't it? You know, high travellers around the country.
Yep.
Yeah, again, just those steady bowls, just making sure she's at the jack, past the jack. Yeah, John Duncan's just getting round. Yeah, happy with that.
Do you think they would have called him JD?
JD?
John Duncan, he's got that JD look about him.
JD?
Yeah. You know, his mates. How you going, JD?
You reckon he's got a cowboy hat?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
He's from Wairarapa, which is the southern end of
The
North
bush.
Island. Lower than Bushrahini. fascinating.
I mean, you'd think our country is such a vast space that we wouldn't know where our districts are.
Well, you tell me like that it's not confusing.
It's not.
There were literally 4 Otagos,
Yeah,
right? There's Otago,
yeah,
Central Otago.
yeah.
Now you tell me the difference between Otago and Central Otago. Isn't Central Otago, would that not be Otago? And then you've got Southern Otago and North Otago.
Yeah. So obviously north and south is pretty easy.
That's easy. Central and Otago, that's a little bit more confusing.
Yeah. So I can't help you.
Otago's
why.
Dunedin, right? It's a city.
Yeah.
So what's Central Otago then?
What I actually find a little bit confusing is some of our districts go by the name of the town and others go by their area.
Yep. So you got Timaru, South Canterbury, Timaru.
Well, that's again a little bit of a difference.
I'm glad that you're just like saying it's difficult because you were trying to make the
No,
point that
no, the
I was
Timaru-
actually a bit of a simpleton.
No.
And it couldn't work out the difference between Bushruahine and
Oh, that one was.
Wairarapa.
That was bad. That one's. Yeah.
It wasn't my best.
No.
But
But I give you points for the Otago, Central Otago.
yeah,
I don't mind that. So what we should be referring to them as North Otago, South Otago, West Otago, and East Otago. Will that make it easier?
no. Might have been easy just to say Dunedin and amongst it, and then
So
like
how many-
Alexandra or
How many of our districts go by a name? Auckland?
Auckland does. Taranaki's not a city.
No.
It's not New Wanganui. Wanganui
Wanganui.
does.
But it's also-
Manawatu's Palmy, so it's not that. Hawke's Bay is not
No.
that. Northland, no. Nelson.
Nelson?
Yep. Nelson is. Golden Bay,
It's Golden Bay, Motueka. Motueka is technically a
as
town.
opposed to what you would call that region is
Golden
I don't
Bay. Well, Golden Bay, Motueka. It's because Golden Bay is actually more the Collingwood up, slightly higher, more of the coastal. Where Motueka is a
there.
wee bit closer to Nelson, we're
Yep.
more inland.
Graham Lowe's just drawn another honey there.
Yeah. There's one more.
There's another one.
Yeah, there is one more.
No, not West Coast. Canterbury is no. That's Christchurch. Oh yes, yes, that's a shot.
Yeah, could be sitting one. Couple of bowls to come. You're missing one of the more powerhouses of the South Island.
I don't know. I couldn't think of it. Maybe Jeremy could help me.
Yeah, Graham Lowe's just drawn a shot. So Donald's got a wee chance here because he can just draw up to that, and if he gets a wee bit of jack, make two of it.
Probably needs to score here.
Oh, 100%. Just,
And again, the end is very, very important. He's
damn.
close.
Nah,
He's
got the
close.
speed.
Oof.
Yeah, I think it's still going to be a blow.
One.
I think Brian was actually looking to see whether he had two, but yeah, just the one.
One blue. The Southland train carries on. All right, who we got there, Joy? Must be due for some wisdom from Darren Turner.
Yeah.
What, Sunday afternoon in front of the fire, watching the bowls?
Yeah, you're talking about the regions. And because I think this is one thing, when you've already opened the window with the rugby sort of scenario with Bush, Wairarapa Bush, it always is like a target when it comes to rugby.
Includes Southland, right?
No.
Southland's their own.
No, so the Highlanders is Southland
The
and
Highlanders,
Otago,
yes.
and they include North Otago. But in
Yes.
rugby terms, you've got North Otago has a team,
Right.
and then you've just got Otago and Southland.
Yep.
So there's only 3 teams make up the Highlanders districts. So then you go to the Crusaders, which will be the only time I ever mention their name. That includes South Canterbury, Mid Canterbury, Canterbury,
Nelson,
Tasman,
yep.
West Coast.
Yeah.
So they've got 5 districts in their catchment of players.
Mm.
So when you start talking about rugby in most areas, our indoor districts sort of follow the general.
Mostly. And you can see the regional and the colours and everything.
Yep.
You know, they are regional colours, like Southland's always maroon.
Yeah. So even though we're referred to as Ashburton, which of course is the district by town, but our colours are green and gold, which is the mid-Canterbury colours of green and gold.
Yes.
And I
I
assume
think South Canterbury is green as well.
black. Well, they're green and black.
Green and black.
Yes.
You're not going to just contribute to this conversation, Joy, or have you just gone numb?
Daniel Sinclair is Otago, the South Island powerhouse, is what you're talking about, Michael.
Come on. So, no.
Here's a good shot here. There it is.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Yeah, always feels good when you let one of those go and you get it perfect.
Never looked like missing.
No. So Tina here, just looking at the draw, just probably
Into provincial coming up.
yeah.
It's going to be close.
Yep.
Daniel Sinclair is pretty confident in the South as an Otago. I think they'll be good.
Well, they'll have more chance than other districts.
Well, they'll have more chance in other districts that aren't in it.
Correct.
Yes, is that what you're getting at?
That's what I'm getting at.
I think the first division's going to be very close, and of course what makes it really interesting is 2. Here's a good shot.
Yeah, great bowl there by Robert.
Well done, Robert. That's a good shot.
Yeah.
Is that 2 of those are going to drop down. And so it's going to be really interesting because after a year of maybe a couple dropping down and a couple of strong coming up, it doesn't get easier, it gets harder.
No, and this was the whole idea, the concept. I mean, even that second division now, like, I know people that probably aren't as aware of the areas. You know, we just seen Bruce Meyer before. I mean, he's going to be playing out of Manawa 2, the second division team.
Yep.
Tauranga, second division team. Counties and North Taranaki. North Taranaki have got a number of players in their district that have had 5 Welsh Trophy wins, which is the pinnacle.
Yep.
And, you know, they're Division 2. You've got Upper Hutt Valley, who've got numerous North Island and New Zealand representatives.
Yep.
And Graham's on the draw to try and buy myself some time to remember the.
He's close. Oh, he just wanted to get round that.
And the other team, of course, is the Poverty Bay team.
Yes.
That retained their spot in second division, and we've seen obviously a number of those ones over the weekend. I really hope they give Adam a run. Maybe I was pretty impressed with him yesterday. Cheeseburger.
Adam.
cheeseburger.
Yep.
Yep.
Adam Ricard.
Yep. I don't know any of the teams. I haven't seen anything. Well, that's a lot. I do know some of the teams, but I don't know any of the second division teams.
So yeah, fascinating competition that's going to be.
Yeah.
Matside will be taking that, Joy and I. And James Sullivan will be in the seat, taking the interprovincial from Wellington in about 4 weeks' time, is it?
Right. Yeah. Obviously, before that, we've got the, for those in the bowls world, we've got the secondary school, national secondary school singles and peers, and then junior singles. They're in a couple of weeks. The weekend before the 7th, 5th through to the 7th.
Okay.
So,
Are we going to have Wairarapa on the board here?
is it getting to the edge?
I think they're holding already. One or two?
I'm not sure if it's one. 3 months, so this will be the last end.
One.
Yep. So, JD's opted for a long jack. It's probably the longest jack we've actually seen the game play. And I'll tell you what, he's not far away. Yeah, I'll tell you what.
That's a great shot,
That's a great
JD.
recovery, yeah, it was just, that's the length he's been looking for. Yeah.
The next competition in Wairarapa, people are going to be calling him JD.
I hope so.
We've created some nicknames that have stuck over the years.
Jean's just very out of character. She's just checking where she's reversing to.
thinking, oh, God,
Yeah. She's still in the camera shot. Just she goes any further, she's outside. Oh, JD.
Well, he's holding two at the moment.
Yeah, he got two. That's what I would have said.
Have you got a handy on this or not?
On this bowl here?
Yeah. Chance? No. Oh. Should have taken it. Should have taken it.
Right.
Mate.
Okay, Tina.
Maybe we'll just make our bets $2 ones. You might be more likely.
More likely to just use the marshmallows you still haven't eaten.
You can have my marshmallows.
No, I just thought you would have given them to Joy by now.
No,
to
she
be
doesn't
fair.
like them either.
Oh, really?
No,
Why not? What's wrong with a marshmallow?
nothing wrong with it.
No.
Just not
Your
not
cup
our
of
gig.
tea?
No,
Yeah.
not our cup of chocolate.
I could obviously use a Macintosh.
Takes all sorts.
Well, no, they're not all sorts. Macintoshes.
You're an odd fellow.
I've got them in the car.
All right, well, this game's coming to a close. It's looking like a comfortable hold here, which closes the pack up because Wairarapa, we're in number one spot.
Yep.
And
Yeah, so it depends on what counties do.
so Brian McDonald's team from counties,
Yep.
including
They were
the great man Ian McDonald, Ian
Malcolm.
Ian Malcolm. Fantastic old fella.
I mean, Ian McDonald was a great guy too, of course, but Ian Malcolm.
Ian Malcolm.
The so we could actually see a number of teams on 4 and 3.
Yep.
Um,
So for Wairarapa, that doesn't mean they're out of it. They've probably just got company now.
yeah.
W. Gray.
I'm looking. We can actually just see in the back there Bruce Myers just down about to bowl. Donald's probably goes. No, he's stood back. Looking at body language.
That's not good from young Trowell. A little bit of arms folded. Pensive.
Or is it more?
Well, you're wasting your time trying to get body language out of Bruce Meyer.
Oh, 100%. Oh, Rob, up. Is that the whistle?
That's the whistle.
Sorry, everyone, we thought there was a duck loose in the hall. Someone stood on it.
Good work, Tuffy.
You'd think with Lisa up there, there'd be plenty of air to blow in that whistle.
So if you go to the NZIB Give Little page, they are running a $3 new whistle.
Yeah.
That'd be really good if we could get that. A few donations, just 5-10 cents here and there. Here's Grandad.
Play a great ball. I actually thought before that bowl was played there was actually a wee chance to be aggressive on the oranges and actually get most of the blues off, but now
It's gone now.
yeah, they've got to think, okay, we can't win this game.
I've got to get the end.
Yeah, I've got to try and score this end.
Yeah.
Because the way this pack is going to tighten up, it's going to be important. It's going to be a must. Now, the Maya.
There's a
Trail.
study and a half going on by Trail, which would
Yeah.
indicate he's looking for something.
Or is he looking to eliminate something? But must mean the game's close. Roberts. I'll tell you what, like, that's not bad because it's actually giving them some options where they can actually now get to the back of the jack
Pretty fair effort.
through the draw. Maybe even play a bit of weight down that other hand.
Michael, the answer to your question regarding Adam Rickard
Yes.
will be at the Interprovincial Plane for Poverty Bay.
Brilliant.
And their rate, that's
Brilliant.
brilliant.
Have we got their whole team?
Do we have the whole team, Malcolm?
Thanks, Mousy. You'd be proud of how that boy went yesterday. Gee, he played well.
Yeah. Yeah, very
But
much.
they actually all played well. They won their first 4 games.
Oh.
And were in front at one point. And just maybe experience of the event, they just got a little bit nervy towards the end.
Yeah.
But they did themselves proud in their centre. So, and yeah, I was very impressed with Adam, how he went.
Yeah, it was probably fair to say that they probably wouldn't have had much exposure to the Otago team with Daniel French and David Webb, and they probably haven't really come across a character like Simon and our team before, so I wouldn't say that we were unorthodox. Brian Hyden's just pretty much drawn just to the back of the mat. Maybe sitting in the shot, so Donald's really got to be pushing weight through here. He's got to catch the edge of this orange. He is looking at it. He just needs to get speed to hit the orange, try and get a couple of blues off the head, open up a chance.
Can you hear the Mission Impossible music going here for Don?
Oh no, I think he just drives that really hard, and he'll probably also get the back one. Doesn't look the most comfortablest on a stand-up delivery. He's gone wide. Oh, I'll tell you what.
He's created something now.
He got the edge of the bowl he needed, but probably he just lost that bit of speed. That bowl would have come off the mat.
But at least he's got a chance now, even to draw the shot. But he had nothing. The old-fashioned speculator. Graham Lowe will be looking at putting one right on it here.
In the back, Bruce Meyer is playing his bowl. Yep. So I don't know whether he's playing it to try and get a result. He's pushing it. Everyone's
Watch
intently
the body
watching it.
language. He's watching
He's
it.
watching it.
Oh,
Yep. So we could see Bruce Meyer just gone down that end.
I think so.
Which down means we won't have a clear-cut winner in the Jamie singles either.
This happened yesterday, you know. Things were shaping up early on, and then it got close. Round about the 5th and 6th round, and I think it's doing the same again today.
Yep.
People in front start looking over their shoulders. People start chasing. Righto, Donald. Let's see a cracker here, mate. Has he got the weight?
It's down to weight.
No. They'll take the end. Southland won't go near it, so they're happy with that.
Yep.
So that's the end of the game. A win to Southland. Closing it all up. We'll be back. Are we doing the singles 1 to 5?
Yeah, I believe that's the game we're going to be doing on the next
Yep.
stream.
Zach Rangi versus
Sparkles. Matthew
Matthews.
So we'll have to
That'll be
change
our
the
next
mat out.
game, and we'll change
Just
the mat.
before we disappear, Malcolm's commented that yes, we've got a couple of juniors off the front of both teams, plus Dilsey.
Brilliant.
Good work,
That was it, Brent.
as always. Very good.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, team. See you back soon.
All right.